Hi guys, good morning. How are you? I hope you're doing great. I already miss you. I have been in touch with some of you, and it's not the same to have you here next to me and be able to hug you or to give you a little kiss on the cheek. But I hope we can do this soon. So let's not lose our hopes. First of all, I want to welcome you to our online classes. And this time we are going to start with the last topic of our unit number 6, which we haven't seen. That topic is the tag questions. Okay, we are going to start with what is a tag question. It's easy, so please pay attention. Please take notes on your notebook. It's very important for you and for me to you take your notes. Okay, let's start. We have already here the title, tag questions. Remember the date in the upper part of your notebook, please. Okay, let's move. What are they? These are questions inviting you or a third person to confirm what you are saying. For example, do you understand? Don't you? Okay, how can I form a tag question? We are going to use auxiliaries like am, is, are, or verb to be, the verb or the auxiliary do or does, have or has, or modal verbs can, could, must, should, and so. If when we make a sentence, we start in affirmative sentence. My tag question is going to be the negative. For example, if I say, do you understand? My tag question is going to be, don't you? I start with positive and I will finish with negative. But if I do the other side or vice versa, we are going to start with a negative sentence and our tag question is going to be in affirmative. For example, you don't understand. Do you? If you write down my questions that I have already said, you can watch clearly here. The first one starts in affirmative and the tag is negative, or the second is the negative and the tag is in affirmative. Then we have many more examples. For example, we have the main clause. Remember, positive, affirmative or negative. He is cooking dinner. Then comes my auxiliary. Isn't. Why isn't? If the first part of the sentence is using is or are or am, my auxiliary is going to be the same. He is cooking dinner. Isn't he? As you can see, I am repeating the subject pronoun. I am repeating the question of that person. Then, she plays. Okay, remember, what tense is plays? We have A, present simple, B, present continuous, or C, past simple. A, B, or C. Okay, we got A, present simple. In present simple, remember, we have already our auxiliaries do or does. She plays hockey. Doesn't she? Why doesn't? Remember, does or doesn't comes with the third person. Let's move on. We can stay here. Can't we? The next, they have drunk soda. Haven't they? It isn't playing, is he? In this part, I am assuming it's a he. Remember, even in the animals, there are genders. Okay? You aren't writing, are you? So the first 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences are starting in affirmative sentences. My auxiliary, which is my tag question, is going to be the negative, and then my subject pronoun repeating who is the subject we are talking to. Number 5 and 6, yes, 5 and 6, we are having the negative sentences at the start. We have our tag questions or auxiliaries in positive or affirmative, and back again using the subject pronouns, repeating who are we talking to or of. Okay, guys, now that you have already looked at the brief explanation, we are going to move to your pupils book. Please, on your pupils book, open it on page number 71. In page number 71, we are going to see something that is language practice number 2. It says grammar look, tag questions, the same as I have already explained to you. Positive, negative, negative, positive. Everyone recycles a lot, don't they? You couldn't recycle, could you? And here, as you can see, we have, since you started school, you've, or you have, traveled by car, haven't you? This haven't comes from the have here. Or the air was cleaner than, wasn't it? This wasn't comes from this was. Now, we are going to answer this. It says, tag questions change statements into questions. They are often used to check that someone agrees with us. You will have some minutes to answer these little 4. Pause this video, please, and answer this. I will be back with the answers. Okay, guys, now, when the first part of the sentence is positive, the tag question is correct, negative. Number 2, when the first part of the sentence is negative, the tag question is good, positive. Number 3, if the first part of the sentence has an auxiliary verb, verb to be, auxiliary have, auxiliary can, you use the same or you use a different auxiliary verb in the tag question. Okay, you use the same auxiliary verb at the tag question. And the last one, if the first part of the sentence doesn't have an auxiliary verb, we use is, are, or was, or do, does, or did. Okay? Do, does, or did we are going to be using when the sentence doesn't have an auxiliary verb. Now, guys, we are going to do exercise number 1 of the pupils book, which says match the sentences 1 to 6 to the correct tag questions A to F. We have your names, Glenda. I'm going to give you the very first answer. So, Okay. It says, your name's Glenda. Isn't it? Why isn't it? It's making a little reference to the name. Okay? Again, pause this video please for a while you answer 162A to F. Okay guys, now let's move on to number 2. You live in London. The answer is letter E. Don't you? Number 3. Your house was built a long time ago. The answer is wasn't it? Letter A. Number 4. You don't have a dishwasher. The answer is do you? Letter F. Number 5. You haven't been to the rainforest. The answer is have you? Letter D. And the last one. You can't use public transport. The obvious answer is letter C. Can you? Okay guys, that's everything in the pupils book. The last activity as homework that you will have, you have to go to your to your activity book please. On page number 71, you are going to make activity number 1 and number 2. It says grammar, tag questions, read and write the tag questions, and there are 6 questions please. And in the second, it's the same, using the tag questions. It says read and complete the text. So that's it for today. If I have more information about what we are going to do on Thursday, let me check it before. I'm going to tell your parents through WhatsApp, so don't worry. Or I will upload the information on the Google Classroom. Also, in the Google Classroom, guys, please post the pictures of the activity book and the pupils book activities of these two. Remember, on the Google Classroom, please, so I can check those that you have already worked at home. Before I leave, before I say you goodbye, I'm going to give you a little brief summary in Spanish, a quick review. So, thank you. Hola chicos, buenos días, tardes, no sé la hora que me estén viendo. Antes que nada, los extraño mucho, los quiero, de verdad extraño poderlos ver en el salón de clases y poderlos apapachar, darles un abrazo, o tener a Megan bailando junto con Josecito, o a Ruth pintando, o verlos en clase de artes o de música. La verdad, sí chicos, los extraño muchísimo. El día de hoy, como pudieron darse cuenta, vimos el tema que se llaman tag questions. Son aquellas preguntas que nosotros hacemos a otras personas, en este caso, para preguntarles si están de acuerdo o no con lo que nosotros estamos diciendo. Más que nada, nosotros a lo mejor no ocupamos tanto como en inglés. Nosotros somos más como, ¿me entendiste? ¿Verdad? O ¿estás de acuerdo? ¿Verdad? O el típico ok, al final como con esa connotación en interrogativa para esa persona. Básicamente eso es lo que estamos haciendo nosotros con los tag questions en inglés. Aquí acuérdense que el tag question, si empezamos con una oración en afirmativo, vamos a terminar con el tag question en negativo. O viceversa, vamos a empezar con la negativa, vamos a acabar con una positiva. Acuérdense, Si yo veo que no hay un auxiliar de por medio al principio, un do, un does, un did, o veo que nada más está el verbo en presente simple o en pasado simple, quiere decir que hay un auxiliar que voy a poder ocupar. No se vayan con la finta, chicos. Necesito que repasen esos tiempos. Las actividades que vienen dentro del libro de lo de Cambridge, van a venir unos audios. Voy a grabarlos por separado, los voy a extraer del CD, se los voy a subir para que eso se quede también como tarea y ustedes puedan también realizarlo. También no olviden meterse en plataforma, chicos, es muy importante, ya que también, acuérdense, lo que viene en plataforma es lo que viene en el libro. Y si ustedes ya vieron lo del libro, lo de plataforma va a ser súper sencillo, así que no se preocupen. Me dio gusto verlos. Algunos de sus papis los vi el día de ayer en la escuela entregando libros. Y a muchos de ustedes pues sí les he mandado muchos besos, saludos y abrazos y apapachos por WhatsApp. Así que no olviden de lavarse las manos, chicos. Sigan con todas las medidas de seguridad que nos están indicando, por favor. Háganle caso a sus papis. Y si no tienen que salir, chicos, no salgan. Es por su bien. Hagan lo que su maestra tampoco está saliendo. ¿Ok? Los quiero mucho y espero verlos pronto. Un gran beso. Bye bye.